Hello everyone, so I'm headed to one of my favorite spots to relax at. I was up watching the sun rise, but I'm about to actually go to, it's like a beach-like shoreline, and it's called Riverwinds. And you could go there and just relax, and I'm about to go there and watch the sunrise and just reflect. Because I get up early every day, like maybe around like 4 or 5 o'clock I get up, and I just use that time to just reflect. And I think that's the best time to do it. And usually when it's warmer, what I would do is go outside and ground. I'll get my cup of tea, hot tea, go outside and ground. But I'm about to head over to one of my favorite spots. When you get up in the morning, just find time for yourself. Like, that's the time where you reflect with yourself, you pray, you ask God for answers. It's the time when nobody is up, but it's just you. Go outside and walk, right? Go outside and take a stroll somewhere, you know? You'll find answers there. Y'all, so I am here. The sun is rising, the sun is up. It's currently 6:50 right now, and I made it to my spot. And like I said, you just gotta sit down and just reflect and just relax. I like to just come and watch the sunrise and just relax, because every day is a blessing. So if you're breathing right now, you just got to appreciate that breath that you have in your body, because life is rough. Yes, life is rough, and life can be loud sometimes, especially when you got kids. Like I'm constantly hearing screaming all day and stuff. And I love my children. I love my life. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate my life and I love my life, but I understand that I need time to myself sometimes. I need time to reflect and think about the future and think about everything that's going on in my life. Because in these times where I just sit down and I reflect and I just listen, you know, this is where I get all my answers. This is where I get certain things. This is where I'm able to just relax and reflect and I listen. A lot of times we do too much talking and we don't just sit down and just listen. And when I sit down and I listen, I come up with new ideas. I get new information. You know, it's a lot of things that I do. But you just really got to have that outlet, because you can't burn out. Like I always like to say, if you're the head of the household, you can't burn out. If you're the man of the house, if you're the woman of your house, you cannot burn out. So go ahead and find you a nice spot. Like, I'm going to flip the camera real quick and show y'all my spot. I'm not out the car yet, but this is my spot. It's called Riverwinds. This new month is about to bring so many blessings, and you have to appreciate your life and start to clear out all the extra baggage that you have, so that you can accept those new blessings that's out here for you. Because God is continuing to try to open doors for you. But if you have too much baggage, and you just so stuck on your past life, and you don't know how to sit down and reflect and sit down in his presence and just appreciate everything, he can't give you the key to the doors. You know, the door is there, but he can't give you the key to it so you can unlock it. So you have to really sit down and master the art of sitting down and reflecting and relaxing and manifesting and sitting down in his presence. You know, and just appreciate life. Like, the sun is beautiful. Now, I can look into the sun. A lot of people, when they drive, and they got to do this. They got to block out the sun. But me, I don't have to do that, because I respect the sun and I appreciate the sun. I actually sit in the sun a lot. And I'm not saying, I don't want y'all to go sit in I'm not telling y'all what to do, right? I'm not telling y'all not to pour this down and to go sit in the sun. I'm not telling y'all to do that. I'm just telling y'all what I do. And I don't know. I'm just at peace, y'all. I'm at a space where I just appreciate everything that's happening in my life, because just a year ago, I was just going through a rough time during this time. And I almost did something that I would have regretted. And I'm just appreciative that I didn't. And I'm appreciative that I just kept on walking. I trusted God through all situations, through everything. I did not fool. I did not bend. I did not break. You know, I became the man in my house. And I started taking care of business and doing things. And I started to get judged because I asked out for help. And I was so broken during that time, because I thought that if I asked out for help, I would receive help. But I received hate, you know. And it's okay, because it's life. God really rewards you when you take those steps that you can't see, because that shows that you have faith in him. It's a lot of things that won't make sense in your life until later on in life. And that's why when you take the road less traveled, and you go the way that majority of the people ain't going, and you become the black sheep, you'll see later on in life how that decision that you took will pay off in the end. Like, you'll start to see all the decisions that you made and all the sacrifices that you took pay off later. A lot of times when people go with the majority and they go to the slaughterhouse, they get pleased, they happy, and they got everything that they want. But they don't understand that the place that they're going and the route that they're going, it's not a good route, you know? So they don't want to go the route that's less taken. So the one that go the route that's less taken, they see things like loneliness, they see things like depression, they see way more battles because they're taking a road that's unfamiliar. And once they reach that destination, they say, wow, this is what long suffering got me. This is what just the sacrifices and the pain and the loneliness and everything, this is what it got me. You know, you get to the end and you like, wow, this is everything that I was praying for. And I didn't know that as I'm sitting here going through all these things, what was waiting for me at the end was all the blessings and the things that I've been praying for, you know, versus the other side. They get all the pleasure and they get everything that they want. Then once they reach that end, they say, oh no, I didn't want this. This is not what I wanted. But you was chasing something that you didn't understand that you was chasing, but you was chasing what was in your flesh, what your flesh was craving, you know? So that's why you got to take the road less traveled in life. And I started to become weird to people when I started to change my life. Like when I told my family and stuff, like, oh, I don't drink soda no more. I don't want no chips. I don't want no candy. I'm not eating no meat. They all looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, I'm making a change in my life, you know? And when it came to me that I had to detox, and like I said, I like to say this all the time, some things I can't talk about. But when things came to me and I started to listen and I started to like take the steps, that was hard for me because detoxing from things that I'm so used to, it was hard for me. I used to be addicted to gambling. You know, I used to be addicted to pleasing, like doing things and watching sites and stuff like that. And I was lustful at one point. And when I started to go away from all that, I started to see my purpose was much bigger than what I saw when I was chasing pleasure. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I started to realize that everything that I was doing in my life, it was going against what God wanted me to be here doing. You know, I'm a family man. You know? And that's how it is. Like when you chasing that, that's how it is. When you living in your true purpose, it's tough at first because you got to just detox from all the things that you just not used to detoxing from. And once the reward for that is great. I'm living in that right now. I'm so glad that I just stuck through. I got rid of all toxic things in my life and I just stayed prayed up and I stayed focused. I'm so grateful that I was able to do that because now I'm stepping into my full power and I'm actually seeing all God has for me. I'm seeing everything. So I want you to do the same thing. Like if you smoke, if you drink, just take a season where you just step back and detox. And I bet you open your eyes and you see things that was right in front of you that you didn't see because you was just so focused on pleasing your flesh and pleasing your body. You have to understand. I like to tell people this, right? If you're smoking, if you're drinking, if you're doing things that's not good for you to hide pain, to get over things, it's not good because you're putting on the lens. I like to say you're putting on a lens because when you put on that lens, you look at the problem different. You don't look at the problem like it's a problem. You'll be like, or you smoke or you drink and then you go into something, you smoke, you drink, and then you put on the lens and then you just like, all right, cool. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm good. I got time. I got time. This ain't nothing, right? I'm going to get over this one day. And you don't want to attack the problem. You don't want to deal with the problem. And then once you detox, another thing, right? When you put on that lens, it's a lot of things that's going to be going on around you, right? And people that's going to be around you that's draining you, but you can't see it because you got the lens on. You got the lens on and you can't even see that it's people stealing your energy, right? It's people stealing your energy, it's people stealing from you, and you can't even see it because you got that lens on. But once you take that lens off and you cleanse your body and you detox from the things that's holding you back, you start to look at things like, oh, this is a problem. I have to deal with this now. I have to handle this problem right now. Oh, you a negative influence on my life. You start to look at people like, hold on. You a problem in my life. You a part of the problem. What's going on? I don't want to live this life no more. I want to detox from all this and you telling me I'm a bad person because I want to change? right? You start to look at people like that. You're supposed to be like, hold on. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. But I had the lens on, so I was okay with everything that I was going through, everything that I was doing. And now I got this lens off. Now I'm free from it all. That's how you got to be. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you what to do. All I'm doing is giving you information of things that I've been through in my life, because I don't talk about nothing that I did not go through in my life on my journey. Any video that I put up here, any video, anytime I'm sitting here talking to y'all or showing y'all something, I'm not just talking. I'm telling y'all through experience. This was a process. For me to become the person that I am today, it was a process, and it was a process of remembering, because I was always this person. I like to tell people all the time, like, I remember a lot of things from my childhood, and it all connects back. Everything that I do now, everything that's going on in my life now, it all aligns with my childhood, right? And all I had to do when I detoxed from everything and I took that lens off, I connected everything. Everything made sense of why I was doing things at a young age and why I was around this person at this age, and sitting down, accepting wisdom from people, and sitting down and, you know, taking care of people at a young age, and sitting down and actually listening to my parents and praising my parents and taking the lessons, and not taking things as like, or I'm using you, or you my parent, so whatever you say, I'm going to do opposite of. No, I never went against my parents, ever. And when I detoxed from everything, I said, wow, I've been this person for a long time, but I just forgot. I said, I just forgot. But when you detox, you remember, right? You remember who you are. You remember all the things that you've been through in your life that was meant to break you, that you thought was meant to break you, but it was meant to help you. It was meant to guide you. Because when you go through things in your life and it's a bad situation, when you take the lens off and you sit down and you just think about it, you like, wait, if I didn't go through that at that time, at that moment, I wouldn't have had this knowledge. If I didn't go through that at that moment, I wouldn't be able to use what I've been through there and use it here and help me or help somebody else get out of that or avoid that situation. Like I say all the time, God sits you in situations and God sits you in places so that you can become a testimony, or that you can overcome something that you fear. He don't want you to fear. He don't want you to live in fear. He wants you to live your life knowing your purpose and being grateful and being what's the word? Dang, I forgot the word. But he wants you to just live in that and just he just wants you to not live in fear, okay? And he wants you to be confident. Sorry, y'all, I get tongue twisted and I lose words. But he wants you to be confident in life, because if you're confident and you're living in your purpose, you know how many people you're gonna bless without even knowing it. Like right now, I'm giving y'all some wisdom and I'm talking to y'all, and we sharing this moment right here, but I don't never share this moment. You know, this is a private moment for me. This is a time where I reflect and I write down notes and I, just relax, But I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you because I want you to understand that you really, you have a purpose on this earth, and you got to have that spot where you can do what I'm doing right now and just sit down and reflect. If I wasn't talking to y'all, I'll be writing down, or I'll just be manifesting, because I see a lot of things happening in my life right now, and I gotta breathe. I gotta breathe because it's people and things in life that's going to try to drain the energy and try to attack. And you just got to be ready for all the attacks. You got to be ready for all the attacks. And you can't be ready for those attacks if you don't know yourself and you don't know how to just breathe and not fight fire with fire. Okay, you have to understand that your emotions, they matter, and what you put your energy towards, it matters. You can't put your energy towards negative things. You can't have your mindset on negative. You got to think everything positive, even when you're going through negative things. And that's how you grow. That's how you grow in life. Like, I'm stepping into a big role in my life, and everything is unfolding the way that, I have visions of it unfolding. And some things are negative, y'all. Some things are negative that I can't speak about. But like I said, everything is a learning experience. I can't focus on the negative, because I know that my light is, I got a bright light. Okay, and I know that I can shine a light on things and make it become a positive thing. So I know that, and just in this beginning phase right now, I just got to just relax and just reflect, you know, and I just got to come up with a plan so that the negative can never get anywhere close to the positive. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're getting serious about your life and when God is opening doors, like the level gets harder. Like don't just think that it's gonna get easy. No, you're gonna have a lot more challenges. You're gonna have a lot of things that you gotta accomplish and overcome. So you have to just be ready, right? You gotta be ready. If you seeing this video right now, like, I just want you to know that you matter. I made my video yesterday. I uploaded a video yesterday saying that you matter. But I really want you to know that you act like you matter. Like you matter. Okay? No matter what you're going through, you matter. And you're loved. You're truly loved, right? I'm appreciative for everything I have in my life. It's not one thing that I'm unappreciative for in my life. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everyone. I learn from everybody. And you have to be the one in your life to take the road less traveled. You have to be the one in your life that go against the majority if you want to change. It's going to be hard, but the reward is much worth the hardness, much worth all the sacrifices that you're going to have to take. Like I said, you got to take the steps that you can't see. Your faith walk, it matters because it activates something far beyond anything that anybody can see, and it's not nobody else's business but you and God. You know, and that's between y'all. I don't want to know about it, but that's between y'all. But that's what you do, okay? And God has a lot of things for you in March. He has a lot of things for you in March. This is the regrowth, and this is the time where you about to come out of that shell and you about to become the best version of yourself. And you got to get in tune with nature. Like start grounding, start hugging trees, you know, start eating healthy. Really get on your stuff, because once you start changing those, once you start going against the things that you're used to, I'm telling you, things are going to start to, you're going to start to receive keys to knowledge that you never had before. I'm telling you through experience. I'm telling you, you know, I can't talk too much, but I want you to enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you're watching this from. I want to tell you that I love you. And I'm about to sit here and finish off reflecting. I'm about to flip this camera one more time to show y'all how beautiful this is out here. It's beautiful. Look at the sun is rising. Birds is flying around. You know? So whatever you do today, enjoy it. I love you and stay blessed.